Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you along. Just pop my protection bracelets on, but I don't know if I'm really going to need them today because today's topics are going to be a little bit different, a little bit interesting. First of all, I just want to point out one of my beautiful viewers sent me a Substack article from Heather Ashley that pretty much, it traced back the bank charter, the World Liberty Finance or whatever bank charter that has been signed for the Office of Comptroller, whatever it is, the one that controls whether you can have a bank or not, currency comptroller, that's it. For the new bank. Apparently, Eric, I Eat Glue Trump signed one of them. The other guy that signed the other has intense connections. Let me put it this way, with the Middle East, and apparently he is. If I have a look at it. He's the public relations manager for the Office of the UAE's National Security Advisor. Now, I'm not surprised by this at all because you've got to remember that the funding for World Liberty Bank or World Liberty Finance or whatever it was called at the time came from the Middle East. Now, if I'm talking about the Middle East, there's some other news that is coming out of there. Apparently, the Orange Idiot rejects the Memorandum of Understanding extension with Persia. Totally not unexpected there at all. And apparently the Kush and Witless-Kov talks with Hamas have collapsed as well. Absolutely not surprised there at all. So we covered a lot of that ground yesterday. The Orange Idiot's also threatening to target Oman, because Oman and Persia are in talks about having a toll going through the Strait of Hormuz, because Oman's on one side and Persia's on the other. And I call it Persia because, first of all, it's got a history that stretches back over 5,000 years as the Persian Empire, that particular part of the world and that culture. But also the censors target particular words as well. So yes, now he's threatening to attack the allies, etc. Absolutely no surprises there. It's just absolutely collapsing around him. And this is why the energies are so hard to read on these figures at the moment, is because they have reached a level of desperation where they are flailing around trying to find something that works to rescue them. So that's why the energies are really hard at the moment. That's why a lot of us readers are really struggling, because literally they haven't got a clue what they're going to do. And out of the sheer panic, they're over there and then they're over there and they're saying this and they're doing that. And they're expecting other countries and people to fall into line, and they're not. And I just noticed I have an infinity symbol happening on my painting there. Oh, very good. I must admit I had not noticed that before, so how absolutely fabulous. So what else is happening? Well, apparently the Orange Idiot has ordered the scaling back of joint military drills with South Korea, calling the drills hostile. Yeah, okay, well, so you've got Shady over in the European region a couple of days ago saying, oh, Ukraine needs to stop bombing the Ruskies. And now you've got the felon claiming that joint military drills with South Korea are hostile to North Korea. If it's not obvious who they've put their lot in with, ergo North Korea and the Ruskies, I can't help you. I really can't help you. Okay, but what do I want to have a look at today? I'm going to have a little bit of a gossipy look here. My guides are drawing me just to use the standard Smith-Waite tarot deck. I posted in my post section an article that was talking about the fact that after the Orange Idiot got down off the stage at the Police Academy rally, there was an image that showed him from side on in the rear, and to be honest, it looked like he pretty much under the back flap of his jacket that he had a ledge happening. Now, we know he does have a rather bulbous backside, and wearing lifts in one shoe does not help that, because as women know, when you wear a high heel, it bends your spine around and makes your backside hang out a lot more. Okay, but there was a lot of speculation about it, and I've put this in my post section. If you click on maighstirtarot under any video, it'll take you to the main page and you can go to the post section. It used to be called community. Don't know why they changed it. Made much more sense being called community. So there's been a lot of speculation about what he has under that, what is causing that bump. And to be honest, it is more than an adult diaper bump. So there's been speculation that it's a ventricular assist device, you know, a heart pump type thing. There's been speculation that it was a catheter bag. Well, yeah, don't put catheter bags there. The one that my guides really grabbed a hold of, and I didn't even know this thing existed, and I had to Google it and find out that it did, a battery-powered exoskeleton walking device. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of a gossipy one here. This is what my guides are picking up that it was, and I swung pendulum, and I asked, you know, was it a diaper? And it said no. And I asked if it was an exoskeleton. It said yes. And then I asked if it was a heart-assisted something or other. No. Was it a battery-powered exoskeleton? Yes. So my pendulum's been saying that yes, it is. Now, video footage came out today from him exiting Marine 1. Was it about 3 steps, if that? He was hanging on to both railings to go down, stepped onto the ground, tried to fasten his coat, fumbled with it, it flapped open again. He tried to fasten it, flapped open, and then so he just walked off. So his health is really, really, I mean, the fact that he can't even button a big button on a jacket is indicative. But also you'll notice up until recently, there weren't stairs. He was using ramps, he was walking straight out onto stages, but in the last few weeks, when he's been having his energy vampire-ish rallies, etc., there's been a step or a couple of steps. And what my guides were telling me quite clearly was that he was, he's wearing this exoskeleton to have the appearance that he can manage stairs. Okay, so, well, if you can hear that, that's the recycling truck going past. Okay, so as I split the deck, I've got the decaying Emperor, so the orange Emperor, and on the other side I have the Ace of Cups, which is a big yes card, and it's also an emotionally overwhelming. So I just want to have a look. Let's have a look at a little bit of a gossipy. Is the orange idiot, and you know who I'm talking about because he's orange and he's an idiot, is he wearing an exoskeleton so that he can give the appearance of being able to manage stairs? 8 of swords on the bottom, which means that he is having difficulty with air intake, struggling with air intake, which is why a lot of us readers start coughing when we delve into his energy. What's that one there? Right, Page of Pentacles, diminishing health. But he is struggling with his air. Oh, and what's on the top? The Sun card. Absolutely. Struggling with air. The Sun card, which is the biggest yes card in the deck. Absolutely he is. Struggling with his air intake. Oh, and what's thrown out again? The Emperor And then the Five of Cups. This is the loss. This is the regret. This is also water. Cups being water. Now, I have been saying for a while that he is getting fluid removal. I think not only from kidney failure, but I'm really picking up. I know Denise Knight's picking up kidneys, and apparently there's some device that can take the fluids off, almost like a dialysis type thing. I keep picking up liver cancer, which causes fluid buildup in the abdomen, and you'll notice at certain times of the month his abdomen is expanding and then it contracts back again. So, and looking at the photographs, the images of him at the police rally, it looks like his abdomen is reduced again. So there was a video of him in the Oval Office about 3 days ago, because usually, I mean, there's only a limit they can take off. There is only a limit they can take off. They can't take it all off. When he was in the Oval Office, now what was that for? When he was falling asleep when RFK was ranting about vaccines or something like that. No comment. His abdomen looked incredibly swollen as he was sitting there. So, yeah, this is very much about fluid removal. But I want to have a little gossipy look. Let's put those back randomly, start shuffling again. Is the orange idiot wearing an electronic exoskeleton so he can manage stairs? Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, there's the Knight of Pentacles. That was the next card out when I had the Emperor and the Five of Cups, but I didn't pull it. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles there, is the signifier. Okay, so what they're doing is they're looking at ways they can facilitate his movement, because this knight stuck still, 4 feet on the ground, not going anywhere. And this knight sitting on horseback is looking at materialistic ways that they can facilitate his movement. Okay, let's see where it goes. There's that Ace of Cups, emotional, overwhelming. Oh gosh, I'm getting that it's really uncomfortable on him, because it's sort of lashed around the waist, but I think what's happening is it's sort of lashed around under the belly that is painful from the fluid removal, because this is, I mean, it's huge fluid card, removal of fluid. Ooh, toxic fluid, because you've got the swamp down here. Oh, thank you. Drawing my attention to the coin offering being put in here, or this is the wafer that is the flesh, supposedly the flesh of Christ. Putting the flesh into the cup as the cup is being drained here into with the swamp water. So the challenge is pretty much offering something here, but it's got to tie in with this fluid removal. I'm not getting it's the dialysis machine, because he wouldn't be wearing that in public. He would just go and privately have that done somewhere, several hours. Often it can happen sort of overnight, which might be why he's so tired, because he's getting dialysis overnight, perhaps, getting these treatments overnight. And I can imagine being connected up to all sorts of machinery does not bode well for sleeping. Okay, so let's see where we go. At the foundation, the energy stewing in its end of the road for his health. It is literally last-ditch resort, end of the road, with the Ten of Pentacles there. In the past, we've got the Hermit, isolation, trying to find a path forward. In isolation, trying to find a path forward, trying to find a light, shine a light on an option, but he's going this way. Okay, is he wearing an exoskeleton? The King of Wands, action being taken. So this is the here and now energy. The King of Wands coming out with a new plan, taking action with a new plan. Now, I'm drawn to the salamander here. Pretty much, I mean, I think there's salamander eggs all over or embryos all over the cloak here, but you've got the salamander there, which sort of rebuilds bodily parts, and I'm seeing Steve Austin, the $6 million man type thing. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. So the salamander, when it loses a limb, and except for its head, so pretty much a leg or a tail or something, it can regrow it. So this is something where being given not new freedom, but yeah, coming up with a plan. Let's see where it goes. Right, the Queen of Swords, hidden strategy, hidden truth. This is medical specialists. Again, this is all behind the scenes. This is so going forward behind the scenes. This king is looking backwards here. This queen is looking forwards. So a new strategy with this brought forward by the medical specialists. Externally, the Nine of Swords. Well, first of all, yes, he is struggling to breathe, but I think this is more about the fact that he doesn't want to wear it. He doesn't want to wear it. It's like, has my life really come to this? Feeling like a hobbled horse, so to speak. Just anguish, but also, thank you. I've been drawn to the fact that it's in the bed under the covers, and you've got all these medical treatments that are happening at night, perhaps keeping him awake, externally, causing a worsening of the anxiety. Let's see where this goes. Eight of Wands. So we've got the Nine of Swords and then internally the Eight of Wands. A lot of different actions happening quickly. A lot of different actions happening quickly. Hopes and fears, he's down. This is why there's this sense of desperation, is because he was supposed to do a second term 2020 to 2024. And when I say supposed to, I'm talking about those behind the regime who are finagling the balloting. And their plan, the 2020 Project 2025, their plan was to have everything in place by 2025. Not start it in 2025, but the problem is the overwhelming blue landslide for Biden got in the way. So there's this desperation before he goes down for the count to try and get everything in place. There's this fear that he's not going to make it. Okay. Taking off the fluids, but they can't get enough off him. And the Death card. And then the Tower card. Oh dear, how sad, never mind. They can't get the excess fluids off him fast enough. You've got death happening here, and then the whole lot collapses. Okay, my question is he wearing an exoskeleton? I think he was at that particular rally and other events where he has walked up and down stairs recently. He may ditch it though, because I think I'm getting that it's painful for him. I'll have a closer look at that. On the bottom, the underlying energy, Knight of Wands, trying to move something forward with this new plan, but meeting resistance. You've got a false victory here, and you've got the Moon card, secrets being revealed about this false victory, trying to take action to move forward. Now, I also posted in my post section an article about the fact that the states can individually declare state of emergency, which overrides the federal. And as I pick that up, there's the Justice card and the Star card, the best of the Founding Fathers, democracy, and the Fool card, uncharted waters. As the US goes forward in uncharted waters, and I call it uncharted waters because the Constitution pretty much has been proven to be a whole series of agreements that don't, and there's, as I pulled this off, the Sun card, absolutely. The Constitution's being exposed as a toothless tiger with a whole lot of handshake agreements pretty much in it, with nobody to actually take action. If the executive, the DOJ, and the Supreme Court are all compromised, there is nobody to hold anybody to account. Okay, so I want to have a look. Tell me about, he's really got his back up against the wall, bruised, battered, pounded, jabbed, you name it, and then we've got the Death card. It's coming really quick. Denise Knight, Denise didn't pick it up, but I put it in her comments for her. She did today's health reading, Denise Knight. Every single one of the tarot that she pulled was a major arcana, which means I had to go back to check to see whether she was only using majors, which tells that something huge is culminating. Okay, here's the orange idiot finding this exoskeleton. Oh, there's that coughing starting. Oh dear. Is the orange idiot finding the exoskeleton uncomfortable and therefore he ditches it? I mean, he ditched the rug on his head pretty quick once people started pointing it out. Let's have a quick look. This is just a bit of a gossipy reading. Yeah, moving forward. Okay. I mean, oh gosh. So we've got under the cover of darkness, trying to keep that specialist care hidden. This is about in the gilded cage, living your life of luxury. This can be about feathering your own nest. This Nine of Pentacles. But it can also mean that he is restricted due to his health. They're trying to get the fluid off him, but they can't get enough at any given time. And if they try and take more, it will literally kill you. The body goes into shock. And we've got here this abuse of power, this trying to do more, but it's failing. Swords are down. Specialists are out. Swords are down. Yeah, they can't. Is he going to ditch the exoskeleton? You've got the Lovers here, the dementia with the 6 and the false victory card. I'm not going to have a look at what's happening in the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, what's today? It's Monday over there. And of course now he's, doing his threats again as he does every Monday. And then they pull out of the threats every Friday. You know how it goes. Seeking divine intervention, but you've got here this unbalanced relationship. Is an announcement coming from the White House, King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, about the Orange Idiot's house and the care, potentially keeping a lid on it. Well, as they try and work out something to do, there's the Chariot and there's the Death card. Again, there's the uncharted waters with the Fool, the Magician, trying to decide which way to go forward. Knight of Swords could be a military coup or it could be state of emergency. The military, deaths in the military, something significantly changing. Foolishness, manipulation, trying to decide what to do, rash action, charging forwards perhaps, Ace of Pentacles and then the Ten of Swords. Judgment, careful what you wish for, the Smug Merchant, treason, Nine of Swords, Tower, Devil, money laundering. It's all there. It's unraveling quicker than the regime can control it. He's unraveling quicker than they can control it. I think they're going to, more and more, you're not going to see them. I think as they try and get these fluids off him, this is pushback. This is with this Five of Swords. This is walking away from the specialists. This is pushback. This is abandonment. Yeah, I think he's going. I think that was the first and last we probably are going to see of that exoskeleton. I think it's painful. I'm getting painful. Yeah, they're really desperately trying to get the fluids in his health back on track or in order. Wheel of Fortune's catching up with them too quickly. You got the Two of Wands, so you got the Two of Pentacles. The fluids, they're building quicker than they can take them off. And it's a downward spiral. Wheel of Fortune coming and biting them on the bum. The Two of Wands trying to come up with some sort of plan, any sort of plan. You've got the Hierophant here, the higher authorities trying to keep a lid on the situation, but you've got the bus throwing happening here. I think Scrotus also came out today and said no again to hearing the $5 million E. Jean case as well. So that's got to hurt. But yeah, I think that's now that it's been pointed out, this bump on his rear, the ledge, I don't think you're going to see it again. I think it's going to be, and then I get the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, and then the Moon card. I think now that it's been exposed, it's going to be retired. So you won't. And there's the Sun card. Yeah, absolutely. Pretty much like the ferret on his head that he had the other day. As soon as it's exposed, as soon as there's speculation, as soon as there's mockery about it, it's out of there. Okay, catch you later. Bye-bye.